scratch your head. You'll be going, oh wow, how does this work? But you make it work for you. You go back to the Australian curriculum and the qualifiers and these cognitions. See, the cognition here is control, the qualifier is affective. So control of what? That's a skill they're demonstrating, control of performance presence. The qualifier here is discerning. In C, the response shows a use of, so the qualifier is just using. Again, it's the performer's presence, but you can see that this word here has come in here, control. This is not necessarily controlled. So in terms of the detail within the actual standards matrix, you've got to pay attention to every word that's in there because they are quite dense and students don't often understand these for obvious reasons, and that's why I was saying 2 weeks ago we need to deconstruct these a lot more with students.
In terms of the ICT for that last one, where would you have placed her?
I think it was very discerning. I think every time I saw words, they were reflected in the image. Light, there was light. There was the rubbing out, fading, like the timing was very strong. I felt my emotions responding.
Okay.
And generally when your emotions are responding, they're showing some discernment.
Okay.
How did you feel about that one?
Yeah, I would have put that probably in the A column.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just thinking because, like, obviously my background is dance, so I keep on trying keep on trying to link it to something that I know. And what you were just talking about, like in the video, how if it said erasing, it was very literal erasing. Yeah. Whereas I know in dance, being literal is not good. Yeah. So I guess where do you draw the line of what she was doing? Yes, it was very nicely timed, but it was very literal. Like there wasn't much thought other than Googling an image of old lady reflection in the mirror and placing it up there.
That's exactly what I thought.
Isn't that fascinating?
Whereas the other one, at least she was using, I feel like there was the repetition and motifs
and
being
it
used
was
again.
more symbols.
Rather than this one was just, it was literally
like pictures narrating it almost.
And it didn't necessarily all link up to portray like what was going on in the poem. It didn't. I don't feel like it aided the poem, which I'm like, well, what's the purpose of the ICT if it doesn't provide another element to that other than literally providing the image that they're saying in their poem? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you have to think about what their capabilities are at a year 8 level. Like what are you expecting them to do? Like if that's not good enough, what would you expect them to do that's going to be better? Like should they go out and make their own images? Should they go out and
would that be also in your sort
things?
of what's that thing we have to say, how your success criteria?
Yeah.
Are you interpreting this literally or are you interpreting this in a metaphoric way? So if that's part of your success criteria, you probably have to stipulate it.
I think in year 8, and the research backs this up, is that there's a varying degree of ability to think on an abstract level for year 8 and year 9. The older they get, the more able students are to understand the abstract and work with the abstract. They're still at very much the concrete, the black and white in year 8 and year 9. So I guess it comes down to discerning what is a careful, thoughtful choice.
Yeah, I mean there is concrete images in poetry, like there is concrete poetry
through metaphors.
In that sense, like that could be completely justified, and it'd be like, hitting the spot. But then it makes me question whether or not do we mark, like if we want to get them to progress, to create these thoughtful and insightful